Go ahead with your question, Shari.
Oh, no, I didn't have a question. I just had a comment that was a really good presentation.
Good morning. This is Dr. Sanders. Dr. Ferrer, excellent presentation, good information, useful information. It's just one question I have. Could you give me an example of how you can use anger positively?
Sure, very easily. You can identify the level of anger. One of the exercises to understand the level of anger that you experience. So you can go from mild anger to moderate anger to extreme anger. And that level, you can learn about those, about yourselves. And then you have to figure out what is that anger covering up? What other emotions are there besides the anger? More often than not, it is powerlessness, but it's not always powerlessness. It can be fear, it can be exhaustion, it can be any number of other emotions. Once you know what those emotions are, then you can work at dealing with those emotions. Have I answered your question?
Yes, thank you very much.
Can I ask a question of Dr. Ferrer?
Please.
Okay, I know that conflict resolution and mediation are often seen as ways to intervene with domestic violence. Can you speak to that, please?
Okay. I think those interventions only make sense when the individuals involved have total control of themselves. So I think the first step is to learn to control ourselves. And once we have that we are proficient at it, then we can go into this so-called conflict resolution or intervention. I don't know that we can do those things properly if we don't have ourselves under control. If we don't know how to talk, how to express ourselves without blaming, if we don't know how to know what kind of emotions we have, then I don't know that so-called conflict resolutions and mediation is going to work.
Very good. Can you speak also to the, because I think your program is a very effective program, but it's highly underutilized. Can you speak to that and how you feel we can get the courts to refer more to your program?
All right, well, so we have a program that the Catholic Archdiocese has been underwriting since 1993. And basically we've had a number of people in the program, from court referrals to self-referrals, from everywhere. So right now the program is on the hiatus because of this COVID business, and we're not too sure how to do it virtually. So it's on the hiatus. But having said that, we still keep contact with the referrals that we get. Now, the program is a 26-week program. And basically all the points that are covered in my presentation are what we work on in the program. And the men in the program basically learn all the things I talked about. They learn about their anger. They learn how to use their anger positively. They learn about their emotions. They learn how to separate their emotions from their thoughts. They learn to make I statements. I statements basically mean you're going to talk about yourself without blaming anybody, without using the word you. And these are skills. These are skills that they learn. And we have found out that the people who are most successful in learning the skills are the people for whom violence is not acceptable. Even though they had engaged in it, they still have problems with being abusive. Now, for the people, like I said earlier, who enjoy being abusive, the program does not work, okay? Because it's no more about a power and control issue as much as it is about an enjoyment issue. So that's what the program is all about. Even though it's a domestic violence program, Mr. Fox and I who are involved in the actual work, we call it an empowerment session. And okay, that's what I have to say so far.
All right, well, thank you very much.